Assalamu alaikum, dear students. How are you? Hope you are safe and sound. I am also fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. It is Ahmed Ullah Amu, lecturer at Rajakutra Model College. Today I am here with the subject Bangladesh and Global Studies for class 9 and 10. Now I am going to discuss chapter 13, topic banking systems. So dear students of class 9 and 10, Chapter 13 includes the financial system of Bangladesh and the banking system. Now I am going to discuss the functions of commercial banks. Functions of commercial bank. The role of commercial bank is important in the economy, the life of business and trade. Business commercial banks. These types of bank assist in economic development by conducting various types of programs. There are many functions of the commercial banks. Among them, the first function of the commercial bank is receiving deposit or accepting deposit. Point 1. Receiving deposit. One of the main objectives of commercial bank is to receive deposit from the people and individual. Bank deposit is generally of three types: current deposit, savings deposit, and fixed deposits. Current deposit. Deposited money of current deposit can be withdrawn anytime. The bank does not give any interest to the depositor for this deposit. That is, no interest is given on current deposit. Savings deposit. Money can be withdrawn once or twice in a week from the savings deposit. For savings deposit, the bank gives a small interest to the depositors. Fixed deposit. And the deposit which can be withdrawn after the expiry of a specified period of time is called fixed deposit. For example, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, etc. The depositor is given interest at a high rate for fixed deposit. Second function of commercial bank, giving loans. Loan disbursement is the second major function of the commercial bank. Bank keeps a fixed part of the deposited money by the individuals and the company, and then bank gives the rest of the money to the businessmen, to industrialists, to individuals and company as loan. When the commercial bank provides loan, it keeps valuable assets at mortgage as mortgage and security against these loans. Commercial banks can loan for housing, house building, fisheries, trade and commerce, even and in industry. Now, third function of commercial bank, creating medium of exchange. Creating medium of exchange. Money is the easiest and the most convenient medium of exchange. The commercial bank is to create medium of exchange. Though the central bank introduces the paper notes and coin currency, the commercial bank creates media of exchange of money. The commercial bank issue checks, bank draft, bond, bill of exchange, pay order, e-payments, money laundering and travels check, etc. as medium of exchange. In the developed countries, most of the transactions are accomplished through such checks. In this way, commercial banks create medium of exchange. Fourth function of commercial bank. The fourth function of commercial bank is to discount bond. Another important function of commercial bank is to cash the bill of exchange on settling discount. If money is needed before the term expiry, the owner of bill of exchange can get cash money by exchanging the bill of exchange from the commercial banks. The bank earns a huge amount of profit in this work. This is known as rediscounting bond. Fifth function of a commercial bank: supporting local and foreign trade. The commercial bank helps in settling dues of buyers and sellers in international and foreign trades. That is, the commercial bank helps in settling the dues of buyer and seller in internal and foreign trades. The commercial bank provides customers paying bill via mail and telegram, exchanging goods through banks, purchasing foreign currency, etc. Most of the activities of international trades are done through the commercial banks. Now, sixth function of commercial bank: money transfer, that is transfer of money. Commercial bank transforms money safely and rapidly. These banks help people to transfer money easily from one place to another through the bank check, bank draft, pay order, traveler's check, telegraphic transfer, that is TT. Thus, commercial banks help us in transferring money from one place to another safely and rapidly. Seventh function of the commercial bank is remittance. Is to payment remittance. Commercial bank helps to provide proper service collecting foreign currency for the expatriate people as soon as possible. That is, a lot of Bengalis work in different countries of the world. They do service or do business, and they send a portion of their money to the family members in Bangladesh, and the commercial bank collect this money and hand over this money to the family members. Other functions, that is, last functions of commercial banks. Besides doing the work mentioned above, the commercial bank accomplish or perform more functions for the convenience of their clients as their representatives. That is, commercial bank perform their function as client for the convenience of the client as their representatives. For example, the commercial banks buy and sell bonds, stocks, shares, and debentures as the representative of the customer. Second, they assist their customers in paying house rent, income tax, premium of insurance, telephone and electricity bill, etc. Third, they keep valuable ornaments, documents, etc. securely in the banks. By completing the above mentioned functions, the commercial bank plays a vital role in accelerating the economic development of Bangladesh. That is, all the economic functions of the country actually run centering the loan payment and deposit of the commercial banks. In this case, commercial banks helps to a great extent in dealing business in the economic development of the country. Dear students, these are the 8 functions of the commercial bank by which our economic development is accelerating. Now, functions of central banks. Functions of central bank. In every country, there is a bank which controls all other banks, which helps the government in different purposes. The bank is called Central Bank in Bangladesh. Bangladesh Bank is the central bank. The functions of central bank are discussed below. The first function of central bank is to issue note or circulate notes. The central bank introduces paper currency and coin currency in the market. It keeps the monetary system of the country stable. The currency introduced by the central bank is called the identified currency of the country. That is the legal money. The currency, the money, the paper currency, the coin currency which is circulated by the central bank in the country is called identified currency or legal money. This bank circulates note keeping similarity with needs. This bank circulates notes keeping similarity only with the needs. The responsibility of keeping the internal and external value of currency stable is vested on the central bank. That is, central bank here play most important role to keep the value of currency in internal and external area of the country. Point 2. Bank of government. The central bank is mainly the bank of the government. As the representative of the government, it collects dues of government from various sources and pays the liabilities, that is loan of the government in various sectors without cost. That is, central bank does not take any amount of the government in dealing the account of the government. The central bank circulates the internal and external loans of the government and performs the responsibility of management. This bank keeps the deposit of the government money without any interest. In case of necessity, it gives loan to the government and gives advice regarding financial affairs. That is why the central bank is the bank of the government. That is, central bank does not only issue paper currency or coin currency, rather it works as the bank of the government. Now, third function of the central bank. Point 3. Bank of other banks. Central bank authorizes license for new bank. That is, without the permission of the central bank, no bank can run its business in country. It provides necessary directions and advice to other scheduled banks. Other banks have to deposit a specified portion of their capital in the central bank. The central bank sometimes reduces or increases the amount of this deposit to control the loan-giving ability of the commercial banks. For such activity, the central bank is called the bank of other banks. That is, the activities of all other bank are controlled by the central bank. Now, fourth function of the central bank. Credit control. Both excessive and paucity of loan is the counterproductive for the economic development of a country. If the loan is excessive or if the loan is less in amount, the economic development of the country will be somehow hampered. The central bank controls the loan in the country. Loans given by the enlisted commercial banks are included in the total supply of the currency of the country. If the total amount of money increases due to the formation of additional loan, inflation may appear in the country. inflation occurs in the country, if inflation occurs in the country, the value of money will decrease and the price of the products will increase. The central bank takes some measures to control the inflation of currency in the country. The central bank tries to maintain equality between the demand and supply of the total currency of the country. It may change the bank rate, take open market policy, change the ratio of the cash deposit, etc. to avoid square currency and inflation, thus keeps the monetary system stable. That is, through this work, the central bank keeps the monetary system stable. Now, fifth function of commercial bank, central bank. Central bank is called the last money lender, last resort of money. When the commercial banks face financial crisis and they fail to get loan from other sources, they seek protection to the central bank. That is, when the commercial bank have no money in their hand, then they go to the central bank for loan. In such circumstances, the central bank saves the commercial banks from financial crisis by giving loan. The central bank lends money to commercial banks according to the ratio of their previous deposit. That is, when a commercial bank is to open, it has to deposit a specified portion of their deposit to the central bank. And when the commercial bank is in crisis, then central bank provides loan to the commercial bank from that deposited money. For this, the central bank is called the borrower of the last phase, lender of the last resort. Sixth function of the central bank, clearing house. Central bank is called clearing house. The central bank performs duty as clearing house of the mutual dues among various banks. The commercial banks transact check of daily trade, bank draft, postal order, dues and liabilities among themselves. As a result, one bank is either debtor or creditor to other, and central bank preserve this record. This kind of debt or credit is cleared, that is paid from the fund that the commercial banks deposit in the central bank in the opening time. Thus, the central bank settles interbank dues and liabilities among various banks through checks. In this way, central bank performs its duty as clearing house. Seventh function of the central bank, foreign exchange rate. The central bank maintains a specified exchange rate of the currency of the country with the currency of other countries. For this purpose, central bank purchases and sells foreign currency and gold on behalf of the government. 8 functions of the central bank. 8 function of central bank. Development activities. The central bank works in various affairs such as conducting research for the economic development of the country, collecting necessary information, and assisting in formulating the budget, etc. Last function of the central bank, that is other functions. Except the above mentioned functions, the central bank performs some other functions. For example, the central bank of every country works as the representative of the International Monetary Fund, that is IMF, and the World Bank in their respective countries. The central banks preserve gold, silver, etc. as valuable metals and the earned foreign currency. Thus, the central bank contributes a lot to the entire socio-economic condition and condition of the country and preserve the stability in the country. Dear student, these are the functions of the commercial and central banks. You have to go through the textbook and follow my lecture. You have to write some important points several times. As a result, the topic will be very easy for you. Now there is homework for you. Based on the above discussions, you have to complete a homework. The homework is compare functions of the central and commercial banks. Compare the functions of the central and the commercial banks. No more today. Pray for me, I'll pray for you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.